Hello and welcome to the Tyrant and Training podcast. This is an improv comedy podcast where guests live out their tyrannical, maniacal, benevolent and malevolent fantasies. I'm Kevin Ryan and I'll be acting as your host and also the sycophantic supporter of every guest, no matter how terrible their ideas are. Today's guest is actor and screenwriter Hayden Lummus, who you can find on Twitter at Hayden_Wright and Instagram at Hayden_Lummus96. Today, Hayden is also known as the Royal Grand Director of the Hollow Woods Island, and here is some out-of-context quotes from Hayden himself about his qualities as a tyrant.
I'm not so good in the math department. You would think I would know words better if I'm going to be a leader, but I don't have the physical acumen to keep up with a horse.
Don't forget you can subscribe to the Tyrant and Training podcast everywhere you find podcasts online. You can follow the podcast on social media, Tyrant Podcast, on Twitter, YouTube, TikTok and Instagram, and for more info there's a website which is tyrantandtraining.podcast page.
Do you have any concerns about being a leader?
No, not really. I mean, well, it was more of a something I find myself accidentally stumbling onto.
Okay. I'm just going to quickly ask Hayden. Before I get
I don't know if that was you want to be in character for that or a question.
Oh, if you want to be in character, I was just wondering, as soon as you become a leader of something, are you planning on getting the accent? Or are you, I just want to make sure you're keeping the accent. I'm all for it.
It might go in and out.
Okay, that's fine. Do you want me to compliment you a lot? Because some people want a sycophantic host, some don't.
I really don't care if you compliment me or not.
Absolutely fine. Great thinking. Okay, what we'll start off with is, do you have any idea what your official title would be if you're the leader of a country?
Probably Royal Grand Director.
Oh, that's a bit Star Wars, Sith Empire. Do you think?
Well, we are fighting someone on the trademark on that one.
Oh, right. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, how are they going to sue the country in you? So what was it? Right, I better write this down.
The Royal Grand Director.
Director is definitely a new one. I haven't heard anyone say director. All right.
That is surprising. Director is a very equitable, I don't know if equitable is the right word, prestigious. That's a better word.
Yes.
You would think I would know words better if I'm going to be a leader, but...
You don't have to. That's the thing. You can decide you know words better than everyone else while being totally illiterate.
That is true. 2 plus 2 now equals 6.
I'll put that down as well. 2 plus 2 equals 6. It is about you making your own reality after all. By the way, just so you know that we're not making you take over another country. We will set up a new country for you somewhere like its own little island. Okay?
Oh, that is perfect.
Yeah, you know, we're not advocating the forced takeover of any country. How are you?
I do not have the stomach for conquest.
Or conflict?
That too.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. We're a peaceful nation. Do you have any idea where you'd put your country in the world? And I have a map here for you.
Oh, we're probably right smack dab in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
Right in the middle.
Yes.
Why right in the middle?
Well, then, if it's a 5-hour flight from the United States to, say, the UK, 2.5-hour layover.
You know,
in
it's
between.
Longer. It's like 10 hours. Oh, no, wait, maybe 8 hours. Yeah, so I think it's about 8 hours.
I'm not so good in the math department.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Maths and English we don't need. It's more than 5, but you're okay with that. So you're already thinking, so that's your whole reasoning behind selecting where to put your country isn't weather or resources. It's people need a break if they're traveling to UK to the US.
Just in that general region in general, any travel between the North American continent and then the Europe continent area.
That's fair enough. Okay. I'm just making sure. Do you have any... Wait, you get a lot of storms, though. You know that. And hurricanes. You'll get a few.
Shit.
We'll put it into the design of the whole country anyway. It won't fall
yes, we did not think this one through. Right, weather. I forgot that's a thing. Well, that will be our diversion location instead, actually. Yes, you know how everyone has an understudy?
Yeah.
The island in the middle of Atlantic will be our understudy, and we'll actually take a smaller chunk of land in between where Italy, France, and Spain are. In that area of sea there.
Yeah. So you have a dummy island in case people try and reach your island.
Yes.
Okay. That is just... Okay. Yeah, that's a hell of a lot of planning to put into it. So far, in about 5 minutes of this podcast, we've established...
It's more of the tourist trap island, we'll call it.
To physically trap tourists.
Yes, let's go with that.
For what reason?
Well, you see, tourists are very arrogant when they travel to other countries.
They are, they're not.
So they need to be reminded of what happens when you try to be arrogant in someone else's country. What
happens then when they go onto your island?
Oh, they'll be fine.
Do you want to expand or do you want to move on?
I don't think anyone needs to know what happens.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Well, I'll give you a preview.
Yes.
A 24/7 repeat of Requiem for a Dream
Just on a loop in a big screen.
on a constant loop on a big projection screen.
Jesus. Okay. And are they allowed to leave again? Like, is the plane allowed to take off again, or?
Oh, they can take off after their bookings has ended. So if they stay for a week, then they have to stay here for a week, and then they can leave. If it's for like 3 days, and now 3 days, then you're good to go.
What do you reckon the star rating on TripAdvisor is giving your island?
I would say a 3.
Out of 5, right?
Yes, 3 out of 5.
Okay, it's like this podcast, that's fine. Do you have, I haven't asked you yet, what the name of your island would be? Are you going to name it after yourself, or, well, the Royal Grand Director, or what do you think?
Well, I shouldn't be that vain. I've been thinking about this for a while, and I think the Hollow Woods.
The Hollow Woods.
Yes.
It's not going to be the Hollow Woods Island.
Yes, the Hollow Woods Island.
Okay. Why that? Because you said you were thinking about it for a while. Why the Hollow Woods?
Because really, when you think about it, aren't we all just kind of hollow in ourselves? And we have to find something to fill ourselves, to give us purpose.
And what's about the woods part?
There are a lot of trees here.
Yeah, why not? Yeah. This isn't just some kind of off-brand, like, Hollywood, no?
What Hollywood doesn't know won't hurt them.
Okay. Yeah. You can just call it Hollywood. There's a Hollywood in Dublin. You can just call it Hollywood.
Well, I could, but
You don't have
Hollow
to.
Woods just has a mythical ring to it.
It does, yeah. It feels like there should be fog, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
endless
but nice.
fog.
Yeah.
Maybe a headless man on a horse holding a pumpkin to greet people when they arrive off their plane or boat.
What's his name?
Steve.
Steve. Okay, yeah, we have Steve do that.
Steve. No last name.
Is that just a costume, or does he he does not have a head? Like we're
Oh no, he has a head. His head is the pumpkin.
But it's not on his shoulder. It's not attached to him. Like this is a mythological creature you're making up as opposed to a man in a costume.
Oh no, sorry, I should have elaborated. It is actually a costume. See, it's actually a man in a special green screen suit.
Yes. Okay.
And he just has this pumpkin head on top of his green covered body. And he runs with the horse to make it look like he is running with a headless man whose man's head is then covered completely green.
Oh, so there's two people acting as Steve.
Yes,
There's a man
exactly.
on the oh, okay. Yeah, very good and pointless decision to make in one of these. But yeah, that's good to know.
Our budget goes very much into VFX work.
Thankfully, we have a lot of money in the country. Okay, I'm stopping and sharing that. It's enough of the map. So we have the Hollow Woods Island, and we have the dummy one in the middle of the Atlantic. I have to ask, what type of house do you want to live in?
Oh, I mean, not something too extravagant per se. There'll be a fake mansion, which everyone will assume is the Royal Grand Director's house, and then a more middle-class abode.
So wait, on the real Hollow Woods Island, there is a fake mansion.
Yes.
But then you also have a middle-class, I don't know, 2-story house in the middle of the town.
Yes.
You'll stay there.
Yes.
You're not working from home then, I take it.
On an off day.
But if you're working from home and people come to see you, won't they then know that you're actually living in the middle-class house as opposed to the mansion? Or do you have to go to the mansion to work from home, which isn't your home? Do you see what I mean? I just want to make sure that we have this right.
Oh no, they will go to the mansion.
Right.
But then they will tell them that for security reasons, I will be in a secure room, and they can only see me through a screen projection
So you'll be
with
at
microphones,
home,
so they can still hear and see me.
but you'll be at home.
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay, that's fine. But you'll
That
also
way,
be-
I can do my job and not have to worry about wearing pants.
Perfect. I mean, yeah. So you'll have the mansion. What is the mansion there for? Just so people don't come bother you.
More of an aesthetic, and yes, also to keep people from bothering me.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Are you allowing? There's 10 million people are going to come live in your country. Is that okay, or is that too many?
We will make it work.
Yeah, like there'll be enough room. There'll be absolutely enough room. There's nobody's crowding on top of each other. Just with the 10 million people who are going to be on the island, are you allowing them? So you obviously have ultimate rule as the Royal Grand Director. Whatever you say goes. But for the everyday boring admin part of ruling government, do you want to have your own inner council that like 10 people you'll select and that's it? Or do you want to allow your citizens to vote for 100 senators to be in a Senate? Obviously, they're all under you, but do you want voting or not?
No, I don't think we need something like that per se, because, well, I can fulfill those positions perfectly fine myself.
Yeah. And by the way, the citizens...
And by myself, I mean myself.
Oh, so you're going to do everything. You don't want anyone...
You can do everything yourself when you can do When you can do multiple different voices, you can fool anyone.
But when you say fool anyone, they know that you're doing everything, right?
That's actually going to be the great magic trick of it all.
You're going to pretend to be 10 different people running your own country.
Yes, it'll be a lot of work, I know, but, well, it's rewarding work at the end of the day.
So you don't plan on taking a holiday at any point?
I mean, no, there will be, official government holidays here and there, and then...
Where you just pass out from work exhaustion?
Pretty much.
Okay. Yeah, I think you should give yourself a holiday at some point, but yeah, sure. So, hold on. Steve is actually 2 different people, right? It's not you jumping on and off a horse with green screen.
Yes, in that instance, that is 2 different people.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, yeah, fine. We'll give you.
I don't have the physical acumen to keep up with a horse.
Jump up and down. Yeah, no. Jeez, in the middle of the day. I mean, it gets warm in Hollowoods Island. I mean, it could reach 35 degrees. You don't want to have to do that.
It is very close to the equator, I believe.
Yeah, it gets warm around southern Europe, especially in the summer. The just so you know, the 10 million people, by the way, when they come onto the island, they know there's no voting, so they're absolutely happy with that. They are all in on board, so you don't have to worry about unrest or them wanting anything.
Well, you see, this will be an entertainment island of sorts.
Ooh, what's the
There'll be no real. Well, because there'll be no real currency, so instead you'll have to pay for things with a song, a dance, and a monologue. The value is something, then depends on how much you need to do. So if it's, say, something that's worth, $1 sliced pizza, just sing one bar of a song. Sing, just do one line of a monologue.
It's raining
Do
men.
like a 2-second dance.
So you just shout, it's raining men, and you get a sliced pizza.
Exactly.
Oh, that's fine.
And if you want more, hallelujah. There you go.
Oh, it's very good. Yeah. God, imagine trying to get home after a night out and you're drunk. The amount of roaring, belting out a song.
Well, it doesn't have to be good. You have to just put in the effort, and that's the important part.
What would I get for this podcast?
I think you would get a rendition of, I would say, Iago's monologue. One of his monologues. The one that starts with, "And what says he that I play the villain?"
No, wait. So I get one of his monologues for over 40 episodes. Over 40 hours of a podcast gets me one monologue.
Oh, I thought you meant just this one.
Oh, no. I mean, what would be the grand total? How wealthy am I because of this podcast in Hollowoods Island?
I mean, if we're talking about the whole of your podcast, then you would have, of course, an entire Shakespeare play.
But I can't eat a play. Am I able to support my lovely fiancé and my 4 cats with this?
That play would inspire you, and then you would take that inspiration when you then go need to pay for dinner to then perform an extravagant piece of your own, and then they will give you the food.
Wait, hold on a minute. So I have to do over 40 episodes of this stupid podcast to get inspired by one monologue, which then makes me go and do another monologue to then feed my beautiful wife, future wife. I'll say wife now, Celine. That's the total of my work. 2 years of this podcast. Sorry, I'm getting angry. Is that right?
Well, I never said we were a good country.
Do you know what? That's very fair. I apologize. Okay, moving on. What unusual list is your country top of?
I'm sorry, say that again?
What unusual list is your country, Hollowoods Island, top of in the world? So I assume it's the best healthcare, best education, the funniest people, stuff like that. But what is the most unusual list it's top of?
Well, I would say the most unusual list is surprisingly how many tourists we get.
To the real island or the fake island?
The fake island.
Do you get any tourists to the real island?
We get some stragglers here and there, and we're like, well, you're here. You somehow made it. You made it past all of our traps, so I guess you're going to have to... I guess you can see the place.
They're going to get very arrogant if they think... If you tell them they've got past all the traps, they're going to get very big-headed.
I think they'll lose their arrogance when they have to pay for things in monologues and songs.
That's true. Okay, or do...
And in the case of tourists, they have to be good, whereas the people of the Hollowoods, they don't have to be good at performing art. They just have to put in the effort of actually trying.
So it's the country with the most tourists.
Surprisingly so.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait, this is only Irish counties, damn it. For a second, I thought Dublin had the most tourists in the world. Where I was like, that can't be right. It's only showing me Ireland. Oh, wait, I'm going to find out. What country do you think has the most tourists?
What country do I think has the most tourists in the world?
Yeah.
Well, clearly the Hollowoods.
Oh, sorry. Beyond the Hollowoods, what country do you actually think has the most tourists in the world?
Oh, you mean outside the Hollowoods? Okay.
Yeah. To be fair, this is going off 2022.
That is a really tough one.
Yeah, that's...
You'd maybe
Yeah.
France?
What a fucking good guess. Yeah, it is. It's the most country... Jeez, how did you fucking guess that? Sorry, person. Where did that come
Sheer
from?
luck!
That is sheer luck. That is a brilliant... It is France, then Spain, then the United States, then Turkey, then Italy, then Mexico, United Kingdom, Germany, Greece, and Austria. That can't be right. Surely China has to be there. That must be only... No. Oh, well, yeah, no, somewhere's in there. China had 65 million. France had 79. Oh, I think China would be like third. What a weird list. Anyway, but the Hollywoods is first in the list. I suppose you have two islands.
By 79 million and one.
Well, they have 79.4 million. So you might want to say
79.4 and 1 million.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that extra person. Yeah, that'll do. Because you have the two islands to see, it helps as well.
And when we're in a tough time, I can just side hustle as a tourist.
How do you side hustle as a tourist in...
You wear a wig and pretend to be a tourist.
Okay, yes. Okay, very good. I've just realized something.
Mainly for morale purposes.
Right. I just want to make clear here, because you are going to have no administrative staff in your country, right?
I believe I can handle it myself.
Absolutely fine.
When you have enough personalities, you can do anything yourself.
That's true. That is very true.
Although don't quote me on that, on the logic of that.
I will take that out.
The logic I cannot tell you.
I will take that out of context. I do have bad news for you, though. People on your island are about to find out something they're not going to be too happy about. Currently,
Oh God, is it the Tigers?
I mean, how did you know? Your approval rating has gone from 99% down to 81%. So it's quite sizable. People aren't happy about the Tigers. Honestly, as a voice inside your head...
Well, look, it's not my fault that Tigers somehow got loose in the market during the biggest festival of the year. Even though it was my job to secure them, it's really, not on me to make sure that people get out of the way of Tigers.
No, you shouldn't have to tell people that. It should be instinct.
That should be common sense. If you see a tiger running towards you, you should run.
Stop monologuing and get out of there. Right?
You can save your monologue for after. Cough a line and then duck out of the way.
As a voice inside your head, I think you need to go onto the nightly news show and talk to the top journalist in the country to explain what's happened here. Would you agree to that, or what do you think?
Well, I will never turn down a camera.
Absolutely fine. They are paying you in cameras.
Oh, good. I need a new one. I broke the last one.
Yeah. The journalist's name is Anderson, is inviting you on. So we're going to say that me now speaking as Anderson, is going to welcome the Royal Grand Director to the show. Thank you, Royal Grand Director, for joining.
And a pleasure to see you, Anderson. It has been, God, how many months? Or was it years? I lose track of when I have been on your program last.
It's been 1 month.
God, I've been busy.
Yes, you look tired, if I may say so. We do have to ask about Tigergate. It's still ongoing, so we have to keep this interview brief. They are getting in through the walls.
They are getting through the... What? Wait. Did the genetically altered tigers get loose or the regular tigers get loose?
One let out the other.
Oh, gods!
Yeah.
So that was the last thing I wanted to have happen. Those genetically altered tigers are supposed to go to the fake island.
To what island? Oh, yeah, no, we know about that. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yes, we know the fake island here. We know.
Sorry. Yeah, we have to, your surviving citizens have to ask you, why? Why were they let out?
Look, if we're going to talk about why someone let out tigers, then we're going to have to turn to my second in command, Rusty Humphrey. Rusty, all right, well, look, okay, here, look.
What's going on here? You are seemingly talking as Rusty, or our beloved Rusty.
Yes, I am also Rusty Humphrey, and I am clearly overworked, as you can see.
Right. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yes. Blame the idiot above me who decided to write the doctrine that apparently it had to be all one person doing all these jobs.
Who decided that?
Again, the idiot above me, the Royal Grand Director.
But that's you.
Yeah, I know. It's a messed up system here.
Okay, Rusty.
It's a messed up system that has now developed into multiple personalities having to run one country.
Okay, we're
that apparently is technically running two countries because it's a fake country that all the tourists go to for some reason.
Yeah, does someone know?
Believe me, none of this shit makes any sense to me either.
I'm just impressed that the whole country is staying standing as it is. Do you? Rusty, while we have you, what's the plan to deal with the tigers?
All right, look, the tiger situation, it's actually easier than you think it is. All
There's
right,
200,000 loose.
200,000. I thought it was 100,000.
But they've cloned themselves.
Oh God, were they breeding?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh
yeah.
God, no, those weren't supposed to breed.
Why?
The genetically altered tigers, if they
Yeah.
breed, they create even stronger tigers.
So this is turning into a Planet of the Apes sort of scenario, is what you're saying.
This is literally Planet of the Tigers now.
Right, okay,
in this
okay.
shit.
So
Oh God. Okay, we're gonna have to find a way to like trick all of the genetically super altered tigers onto boats to then ship them over onto the fake island. The original plan in the first place. Although at this point, we're just gonna have to just send them out anywhere. Let them be the world's problem.
Spain, France.
We can't handle these tigers alone.
Okay. But wait, does the rest of the world know about this real island being there? Yeah, they do.
They know there's an island.
They don't
know people are there.
Right. They probably
So they'll just assume that this island is a crazy mythological world. And they're going to want to avoid it at all costs because that's where the tigers came from. The genetically super altered tigers
This could be
who
brilliant.
invaded the world.
Yes. This could be very good. Hold on a minute. Okay. So you said we have to find some way to get the tigers onto the boat. How do we do that?
Well, what are tigers at their core?
Desperate for love.
Aren't we all, though?
So we're all tigers, is what you're saying.
No, but you got to get deeper than love.
Okay. What? Financial
cats.
stability. Oh, they're cats. They're cats. Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
they're cats at their very core. And what do cats love more than anything?
Twine
And catnip.
and catnip. So
Nothing but twine, catnip, toys that have the little bells in them that make the noise to get their attention.
Yes, and milk bottle caps
Yes, open milk saucers everywhere.
onto the boats.
We put all of that on boats. And then they will instinctively smell it. And they will go to the boats. And then we will lock the boats up, which will look like giant cat carriers.
Oh, and cute. Yes, yeah. But yes, serious, yeah.
And then
push
and
it
then we will push it out because it's also a boat, it will float. So it will push it out
and just
and let it be the world's problem.
Yes, and hopefully a strong wind doesn't just blow it back up onto land. Perfect.
I don't think we're in a wind tunnel. I think we're lucky in that regard.
Oh, good. Oh, very good. Okay, so you're confident this will be solved. There's no issue.
Yes, I'm confident we can solve this, and I'm going to turn it back over to the Royal Grand Director, as I've now solved his fuck up.
Yeah.
Now he can just live in his fantasy world of being praised.
Okay, perfect.
Although, of course, no one really praises him, let's be honest.
Yes. No, absolutely fine. Thank you very much, Rusty. Saved the day again.
And you see, that is how we will solve the problem.
That's brilliant. I just have to ask the Royal Grand Director.
Yes, speaking.
Rusty is a brilliant, but sometimes
Yes, I know he has
character.
a smoking problem. We've talked to him about it, but
He would
I mean,
stop smoking, yeah.
His work is a stressful time for him. So unfortunately, it's his only way to cope with it.
And his outburst there saying that you effed up. He's okay with that. He's not being reprimanded.
Look, he is allowed his freedom of expression. After all, his name is Rusty. After a man like Rusty, of course, is going to be the kind of person who will lash out at anyone for anything.
He has lashed out at several of the production crew, yeah. But hey, if he solved the problem, I think that's the main issue here.
Exactly. So why should we complain about Rusty's actions?
Okay, we can go to the break on that. I think that's a wonderful interview. Thank you for bringing Rusty along and saving the day. I thought that was going to be a lot more problematic. Do you want to? I have a good question for here. As it goes to break, Anderson's probably going to say that they are creating a propaganda documentary about you, just to keep everyone happy, you know.
A good propaganda. Okay, good.
Proper propaganda.
Proper propaganda. I like that title.
And they just want to know, do you want us to put in any very true and not at all made up fact about you that we can put in and make sure people believe?
Well, of course, the very true fact that I myself single-handedly went out into the mass of the tigers and then lifted them all up and just threw them onto the boats myself.
One by one or all together?
Oh, one by one. I mean, it takes a lot of work for tigers because they're all, wily creatures.
Yes. Also, they were wily in your arms. They were wriggling around.
Well, yes, they were really wily in my arms, but I thankfully was not scratched by any of them.
Did just when we're doing the reenactment?
Yes, I know it looks like I have scratches on my arm, but they're just fancy tattoos that have not healed yet.
They are yeah. I like the red. The red is good. It's a choice.
Yes, red is a perfect color. I mean, after all, no one can really tell if you're bleeding or not.
No, perfect, and it's just flowing down your arms. Just
Yes, that's the ink melting away.
You seem to be crying. There seem to be tears streaming from your eyes. Are you okay? Or
I'm just so proud of our country.
okay, yeah, me too. So just when I'm doing the reenactment, did you pick him up and throw him onto the boat, or did you walk down to the boat? And because it's a long way away.
Yes, it is a long way away, and I'm a busy person, as you know. So I picked one up, and then the other, the leader, as it were, of the pack.
Yes.
And then they all followed suit.
Oh, very good. Yeah, that's good thinking, actually. Why make work smarter, not harder, as they say.
Exactly.
I do have a question. Is there anything you want banned in the country once you deal with the tigers and put them out to land? Is there anything you want banned that usually isn't banned? I assume regularly banned stuff in the world is not allowed, but...
Well, of course, things have to get banned in the world. I mean, that's just the way the world works. Unfortunately, you have to ban something.
Anything you would specifically decide? No, it's allowed in other countries, but not here.
Citrus fruits.
Citrus fruits.
Yes.
Why?
Too acidy.
Huh. So you have like a level, is it?
Yes, we have a level of what citrus fruits are allowed.
So lemon's not allowed?
Lemon's not allowed.
Grapefruit?
On rare occasion.
Key lime?
Never.
Sweet orange?
Too sweet.
Clementine?
We've never heard of it.
I presume then that's just not allowed. I mean, my personal favourite, papaya.
Papaya is a once a year.
Oh, that's nice. That is a special day sort of thing.
Yes, special day.
Okay.
Only on the special government holiday.
By the way, when you're not working, you're allowed.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I'm passed out and everyone can do what they want.
They can do what they want. Do you?
Really, the laws are more of a suggestion once I pass out.
That's the way all governments run. The question I was going to ask though is just because they're banned for everyone on the island. I mean, you're the Grand Royal Director. Are you still eating them when you want? Even though it's...
I am quite allergic to acidic fruit.
Oh, yes. Oh, so yeah. This is a...
When they say acidic, they really mean acidic.
So it literally burns your tongue.
Yes.
And stomach and insides. Okay.
It literally burns my insides out. So I've had to get several surgeries to replace the missing organs.
While on the island?
While on the island.
And you yet still worked? Or else you scheduled the whole thing around government holidays?
I had to schedule the whole thing around my government holidays.
Fair enough.
You don't need an aesthetic when you are already passed out from pure exhaustion.
I thought the government holidays were only a day-long thing, but how long do they last?
We have a special one once every year, and then another one that's every other 6 months.
Okay, yeah, that'll do. That makes sense now. Oh, by the way, when it does come up to your birthday, Royal Grand Director, how should the people celebrate? Because they're big fans of yours.
Well, they should celebrate how they please. I mean, if they're big fans, do what they want.
They can do whatever they want, so they can eat whatever they want.
Have a day of it.
They are inviting back some tigers.
Oh God, my worst fear has come to pass.
Now, is that allowed?
No, the tigers should not be allowed. We should have learned our lesson with the tigers.
Okay, now
if anyone tries to bring back one of these tigers,
yes,
we will have to send you to the fake tourist island for a stay of 2 weeks as a sort of punishment to learn your lesson about the tigers.
Okay, but now...
And you have to experience them firsthand.
Well, the tigers never made it to the fake island because they just went to Morocco, Tunisia, Malta, Italy, France, and Spain. They didn't really get out of the Mediterranean.
Oh God, they surrounded us!
They're just surrounded now. They are slowly integrating themselves into each country, and it's all become a socialist paradise. But they're surrounded, now.
Wait, a paradise, you say?
Yeah, they're nice places.
Well, shit, maybe you need a holiday then.
Wait, you need a holiday to there?
Well, I mean, if it's a paradise, then...
So now you want to fuck off from your own country. You can't do that.
No, you're right. I have to be responsible.
Yeah. I mean, you can't take over literally every single job in the place and then decide, wait a minute, there's a paradise beside me. What the hell am I doing here? No, you sent off your children, Tiger Kings, and they are off doing well. You and Rusty can stay on the island.
I think Rusty has a word he'd like to say about that.
No, for the love of God, do not let this idiot keep running this country.
Well, there seems to be some conflict between Rusty and the Grand Royal Director.
This idiot has made dance a currency. I know it sounds fun, but believe me, I have torn my Achilles heel so many times already just trying to dance.
But in fairness, why would you need to dance if you're the ruler of the whole country? Surely you can just decide, no, do what I want.
No, the Royal Grand Director doesn't have to, but I, Rusty, have to do it. It is a messed up system I find myself in.
Right, a living hell for Rusty.
It is a living hell being trapped within a personality of this lunatic ruler.
Rusty, I'd love to help you, but to be fair, I am interviewing the Royal Grand Director, so I will go back to them. Maybe I'll get you on the podcast sometime. But
Oh, well, I think Rusty's going to be a bit too busy from now on to really be interviewed.
that sounds a bit ominous, what you plan to do to Rusty.
He is going to have to work twice as hard to maintain the country as we have to worry about the ongoing threat of the tigers, the super altered genetic super tigers that are now in all the other countries surrounding us.
Yes.
And could possibly invade on us as retribution for us kicking them out in the first place.
I think they're already curing Alzheimer's. I think they're too busy for invading.
How bloody smart did we make these tigers?
These people, as soon as they got around, do you know what? It's emigration. It makes everyone smarter in other countries. It's fantastic. It's worked. They're doing very well.
Was that the solution the whole time?
It stares everyone in the face. Do you want a nicer question?
Only if you feel like you would like to ask a nicer question.
Well, an email has come in.
Okay.
But just before I get to that, I have to ask, do you have a favorite movie franchise? Genuinely, what's your favorite movie franchise?
Star Wars.
Yeah. Which is your favorite like trilogy, or who's your least favorite trilogy, I guess?
Well, my most favorite would probably have to be the original.
Fair enough. And then...
Although I have some problems with episode 6. Those Ewoks remind me too much of the tigers.
That would bring flashbacks. Yeah. They can't hurt you.
Sorry, I just had one.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So do you prefer the prequels or the sequels then from the original?
Well, I don't really care for either, really. I mean, I kind of stopped watching after.
Yeah, fair enough.
After the Ewoks, I just kind of called it quits. But I still liked it because there were some good messages in there.
The reason why is because an email came in from Lucasfilm that they were planning on making a new Star Wars film. And they wanted to set it in the Hollow Woods Island because of the wonderful forestry and the woods scenery there.
We do need some good press.
It mightn't be a bad idea. Now, they were wondering, would you like to play a cameo part in this?
Oh, of course I would.
Yeah. Who would you play in a Star Wars? Like, what sort of character would you play as? Like a villain or a good guy, or?
Oh, well, villains have the most fun.
Yeah, kind of. Do you think you'd go with a Sith character or anyone other type?
Well, a Sith feels like an easy choice. No,
Yeah.
I see myself more as like an empirical type of officer of sorts.
Oh,
the one who makes sure that all the clerical work gets done. Because you can have your empire, you can have your, special magic powers all day long, but if you don't have the right paperwork in place, how can you ever expect to rule a galaxy?
That's true. You need your 2 plus 2 equals 6 man.
Exactly. You need your 205 forms, except we banned 5, so it's now a 207 form.
Yes, you need all that in place if you're going to have an epic, thrilling adventure in
Exactly.
space.
Nothing's more exciting than paperwork.
So it's great because in this scene, in this movie, we have a character who's exactly the sort of character you just described. And we have a scene where they would go to an island, much like the Ewoks, and talk to a spy on where the village of Ewoks is in the forest. So we need you to play out that scene where you come in and talk to someone. Would you be okay with that?
Would I be the spy who has to then betray the Ewoks and then they all can just be slaughtered by the Empire?
Well, I was going to play the spy and you were going to play the officer who was getting the information from the spy.
Okay, so basically, as long as the Ewoks are getting what is coming to them,
they're getting screwed. Yeah, they are.
Then yes, that is perfect.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Yes, those tigers. Did I say tigers? I meant Ewoks.
Well, the thing is, some of the tigers we are getting them in, but they're playing. They're playing Chewbacca's nephews.
A tiger is going to be Chewbacca.
Yeah, wonderful makeup effects, and he's very, very good, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. We'll what we're going to do is we're going to say action. What's your name, by the way? Just so I know. What's your character's name?
Oh God, I need a name. Haladin the Paladin.
Paladin the Paladin. Yes, I knew. I just couldn't see the script for a second. But we're going to press play now. I am running through the forest, so whenever you want to make yourself known, as my character Murphy runs through the forest looking for you. Yeah, he's shouting, "God damn it! Where is that Paladin the Paladin?"
Oh, Murphy!
Oh, there you are.
Well, I see you running here. Did you find them?
Did I? My shoes.
The
yeah,
Ewoks, good sir, you should know this. We assigned you to this for a reason.
Oh, yes, you did. Sorry, I'm just been so happy getting my shoes this holiday. Yes, I did find them. I've been in their camp for the last 4 years, just like you asked.
You haven't assimilated now, have you?
I don't know what the word means.
You haven't become one of them.
I don't know what that word means either.
Are you currently an Ewok in disguise or not?
Do I look like an Ewok in disguise?
Well, you seem to have a lot more hair than I expected.
I just haven't shaved. Hold on, I'm in the forest here. Where do you think I get a nice razor from? The razors I have don't cut to the skin at all.
I thought we gave you a knife. I thought we gave you a knife for this reason.
What is a knife gonna do? How close, how smooth can I get a knife? That's just barbaric.
Okay, fine, fair enough. Well,
yeah, sorry. I thought I looked good.
Yes, you do look good.
Thanks. Well, it doesn't sound like you mean it, if I'm honest. Expected better. You look
You
great.
remind me too much of the Tigers right now.
Oh, okay. Throw xenophobic insults all you want, but I'm just here to do business. I know where they are. I've drawn a map for you. Okay.
Okay. Good,
this is north. This is south. This is west. This is fake west, and this is east.
What about west?
Sorry, that's my girlfriend. I like drawing her. But no, beside west.
Why would you draw your girlfriend on important documents?
Just something nice to look at. It's nice tasteful. It's tasteful. It's a nice drawing.
It's tasteful. I can see her cleavage to here.
No, but that's because she's just waiting for me as I come back. No, but the drawing is tasteful. West is just down the road. Hello,
okay, fine. It's a tasteful drawing. We'll frame it up later.
Thank you. Well, don't frame it. It's a map. You don't just leave a map up in the wall. But here it is.
It will be our victory symbol.
I have two. What the fuck are Chewbacca's? What's his race called? Wookiees.
I believe he's a Wookiee.
Wookiees. We have two Wookiees with tiger stripes on them, but forget about that. Two of them are in the camp. They're guarding the Ewoks. They're mercenaries. But do you want me to sort them out? How am I going to kill them for you?
No, we probably need to start with the Wookiees first. I mean, if they are the tigers, we need to probably.
I was going to kill them so that I could open the gate. You know.
Yes, if you're going to kill the Wookiees, you're going to need a special weapon.
Oh, like Weast. It's my nickname.
No, Weast isn't that lethal, unfortunately. We've tried it. That hasn't worked.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean you've tried her?
Look.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to send in something unorthodox.
Like a woman?
Yes.
Okay.
A woman who is a femme fatale, who goes by the name of Weast.
I don't speak French. What's femme fatale?
A very skilled woman.
Yeah.
Who is good at taking out threats.
Oh. Okay. Like on a date?
Yes, like a date.
Oh, wait a minute. Weast asked me out on a date. Am I a threat?
Oh
my god, does Weast come up behind me and shoot me in the back?
You're going to want to just keep looking here.
Oh, I feel something stabby in my spine. Oh, hello, darling. Oh, no.
Oh, that's just acupuncture. You know, that's normal acupuncture. You know, I mean, look, I've noticed you've been a lot tense lately.
Quick,
Murphy.
take my map before it gets muddied on the ground.
Oh no, I've already looked it over. I think I have a good idea what it is. We don't need it now.
Wait,
we have to burn the evidence.
But why didn't you just take the map with you? Why would you get one glance at it and go, oh, I better not look at it anymore. I'm sure I'll remember it. Why would you refuse the map?
Because I'm the smartest man in the Empire. The smartest man amongst the Sith.
Are you musicaling that right now?
Oh, yes, I am a musical. I didn't have time to finish writing my victory song before meeting you.
Oh, that's fine. We'll edit that in later because it's just going to have rolling shots of the forest as it goes back to the Ewok. So you'll be able to cut that in later. But yeah, that was a good scene. Can't believe Weast turned on me.
Well, sometimes the unexpected must happen to subvert the expectations.
Does Weast survive in the end? I'm just wondering.
Oh, I mean, of course Weast survives. Weast is the best.
Sweet. Yeah, no, thanks. Okay, yeah, that movie will do well. The death of the Ewoks. I have a bit of bad news for you as you come back from filming that scene.
Oh God, I missed a lot of work, didn't I?
A little bit. Well, to be honest, it's a good thing you did because there was I don't know how to say this. There is a coup attempt occurring.
Oh dear.
There's about 300 people outside your house. Your mansion, your fake mansion, but they are storming
good.
that place. I mean,
I have nothing to worry about then, I guess.
well, I mean, they are just going to go round to all the other houses once this is over.
Well, yes, but that'll give me time to pack and leave.
Oh, so you're just leaving, you're fleeing the country.
Well, if they're going to coup on me for giving them the best years of their lives, I mean, aside from the, super tigers.
But yeah, well, the thing is, the super tigers, I think, might be involved. But I was just wondering, like, how are you going to...
Oh, those bastards.
Yeah. Where are you going to run to?
Well, probably those socialist paradise places you're talking about. They sounded really nice.
But they are run by the tigers.
But are they the ones who remember me?
Oh God, yeah, they all remember you. Yeah, they
all remember me. Oh dear, I was hoping they would have forgotten after a while.
But
dear.
They've collaborated with the coup plotters to kill you. So yeah, they pretty much know who you are.
Well, I guess I'll have to go to the fake tourist trap island.
Oh, so you're just going to run to the fake tourist trap and hopefully they won't go there.
Yes, I'll run there. I'll tell them that I'm here for about a week and then I'm from America or something.
But there's nobody on that island except arrogant tourists.
Well, think of it as my penance.
So you're going to go onto an island with just with 2 million arrogant tourists watching a non-stop Requiem for a Dream showing.
Well, that's one of the things that will happen. There are other, of course, things that happens. It all depends on your severity of arrogance.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. That is it. That is for mid-level arrogance.
Oh, what's the highest level? And what's the lowest level? And then what's the highest level?
The lowest level arrogance is that you just have to, just peel a bunch of potatoes for a while.
For the duration, but that's not a 24-hour day thing. You get to sleep.
No, not 24 hours. Just,
Okay.
Like a regular shift of work. So
that's the lowest level.
That's the lowest level.
What's the highest?
That way you're contributing back and giving back to
the potatoes.
Yes.
Okay. And what's the highest level?
Oh, the highest level. I was hoping we'd never have to get this far. But the highest level is, unfortunately, you have to be scolded 24/7 until you go to sleep.
Did you say sculpted?
Scolded.
Oh, scolded. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant sculpted. Scolded by who?
I wish that would be better, but no, I have to be scolded 24/7.
By who?
Well, until I go to sleep, that is, because you can't really scold someone they're asleep, because they're asleep.
Oh, you put on the headphones while they dream.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Rusty should have thought of it, to be honest.
But to be fair, Rusty has been a bit busy lately.
He's been a bit overworked, yeah, as
yes.
the Royal Grand Director. Scolded how? Can you give me an example how? I arrive on the island and I'm like, God, I'm very arrogant and I'm going to enjoy this holiday. And then, bam, I'm here for 3 weeks. How do you start scolding?
Well, first we'll start with your tire.
With my tire?
Yes, it'll go something along the lines of, and I'm paraphrasing here. Hey, you look like you got that from the J.C. Penney because you only got pennies in your bank account.
Pennies is a fantastic brand in Ireland. They have really cheap stuff, but it's actually really good. No, I was in Pennies. Yeah, I got loads of stuff.
It will start something along those lines.
Right.
Starting with your clothing, probably moving to hairstyles.
Okay, go on. I'm ready.
So you can't afford a haircut, so you just put a bowl on your head and just chip.
I don't even think I have a bowl that big, but that's a good idea. Yeah, like it's like €20, I think, and I mean, that's €20 for me, but then when Slee wants to get a haircut, Jesus, women's haircuts, right? Ridiculous. It's a good idea.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Sorry, the scolding isn't really working for me yet, if I'm being perfectly honest, but maybe, maybe we can figure that out.
It seems you're a rare case. You might be immune to scolding.
Oh, yes, like the tigers.
Yes.
Yeah, part tiger, you see. But you're going to stay on the island. Don't worry. You're going to stay on the island forever, seemingly. You're not planning on going back at any point.
Oh no! You see, here's the plan I have. See, I go there with a fake ticket that I've had ready to, write out the dates and so forth to make it look like I'm a tourist from America. And then I will then put on a voice of like, oh well, I'm,
Rusty. You're Rusty again. Okay.
Yes, but now I'm pretending to be Rusty.
Oh.
It's a weird conundrum I find myself in.
I get you. You're the Royal Grand Director pretending to be Rusty as opposed to Rusty who's in the body of the Royal Grand Director. Perfect. Okay, yeah, no, I'm with you.
Yes, it's a weird conundrum I find myself in.
You are going to go onto the fake island with a fake passport pretending to be Rusty even though you're the Royal Grand Director. And then what happens then?
Well, after my 1 week vacation, quote unquote, is up, I will then be flown to America. And because it's America, of course, I will probably need a different voice. This one is too conspicuous, I would say.
Yes.
I had a voice in mind. It's still taking some work, but
yeah.
Well, I was thinking of being one of them Southerners now.
Yes, South America. Okay, so
Yes, that exactly.
you're from South America and you are hanging about in.
Clearly, this voice doesn't actually fit the region. Clearly, I did not study the locales of where I was going beforehand.
So you are now in the United States. How are you? Is the goal to get back to the Hollywoods Island?
No, at that point, it is just basically...
It's lost. It's gone.
It's lost. It is the Tigers now.
It is the Tigers now. Oh, okay.
And they will form the socialist democracy, and then everyone will be happy. So in a way, everyone should thank me.
Okay, so I mean, this kind of obliterates
because
my
I was
question,
the one who ordered the Super Tiger program to take place in the first place.
Yeah, and if anything, you're the only one who worked in it because you allowed nobody else in your government.
Exactly. If we asked the scientist who worked on it, a man by the name of Leon Percival.
Right, Leon, yeah. He's a beloved figure, yeah.
Yeah, the genetically altered tigers was my idea. It was honestly one of my best ideas ever.
What were you thinking about when you suggested those tigers?
To be honest...
What was the point?
To be honest, we have had too many Planet of the Apes movies. We needed something different.
Ah, very good. So they are really forming a Planet of the Apes. They are enslaving the people there.
No, not enslaving the people. From what it sounds like, they're working hand in hand with the people.
Yeah, but they know the people are stupid, so they'll eventually,
Well, they know they're stupid, but, they're not going to just outright kill them.
No, they'll become livestock. Eventually.
Exactly.
It's a process. Okay,
look, you need people to work the simple jobs you don't want to work yourself.
And who better to
Who else is going to make you a coffee?
Who better to tell you that than the person who insisted on single-handedly running the entire country until he passed out once every 6 months?
Exactly. You understand.
I absolutely do. I'm fully on board with it. You're a wonderful man. But I do have to ask, if you don't have an heir because you have just given up complete control, what are you going to do in America? Although, if that movie does well, you pretty made it in Hollywood, haven't you?
If that movie does well, then I probably have a good career in Hollywood. Although, who's to say? That one's a coin toss. In the meantime, fish.
You're going to fish?
Fish, yes.
Yeah.
Collect fish for the inevitability the tigers find me, and then offer them the fish.
Ah, interesting. Yeah. Are tigers specifically a lover of fish?
Well, they are cat-like creatures, so I'd assume they would have the same love for fish as cats would.
Yeah, one of my cats. Well, yeah, our cats aren't mad into fish. Genuinely, yeah, it's a weird thing. But okay, yeah, that's fair enough. Okay,
which is crazy when you think about it, because there's no way they can actually hunt for fish when you get down to it.
Yeah, and maybe that's why they like it so much. Actually,
it's like the treasured meal.
Kind of, just like my fiance's dad. They don't have KFC around where he lives, so he loves to hunt for KFC when he gets down here. Probably
that is nice.
Yeah. Okay, Grand Royal Director. I have to say an end because you have ended this. I think the first person to end the podcast with complete surrender of their own island. Unfortunately.
Well, sometimes you have to accept defeat and move on.
You have set yourself up for defeat and embraced it willingly. Hayden, thank you for doing this podcast. I do have to ask you, where do people find you online?
Well, I am on Twitter as, let me double check the name. I believe it is Hayden Writer, WRITER. Yeah, it's Hayden _Writer, Writer spelled WRITER. I am also on Instagram, and my handle there is Hayden _Lummus, LUMMUS, and then the number 96. I have a Facebook, but I don't really use it, so.
I think I have a Facebook.
Yeah, I just use it for like other things I don't, and I just kind of pay attention every now and again. So
yeah. Okay. Yeah, thanks everyone for listening to the Tale of the Tigers and Hayden Lummus surrendering to them. And in fairness, one of the better Star Wars sequels, or at least the most interesting. Before I say goodbye, properly,
honestly, if you want to make Star Wars interesting, throw in genetically altered super tigers.
Not bad.
And then there you go. Then profit.
Did you ever play Mortal Kombat?
I played a little bit, yeah.
Do you know the character Goro? Big guy, 4 arms.
Vaguely, yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember what his race of he belongs to. He basically, he's a big, huge guy, 4 arms. He's one of the villains in at least the original ones. But there's a few more characters like him, and one of them basically is just a tiger version, at least with the stripes and everything, but has 4 arms. So I kind of thought of them, and I was like, Jesus, that's terrifying. But because I don't have an outro, I do have to ask. I imagine at some point, because you were so responsible for essentially the socialist paradise in Europe now with the super tigers, while you're fishing and you're in America, would you ever be tempted to send a letter back, maybe with some words of wisdom, maybe final words of wisdom for your old country?
They do not need me. The tigers know what they're doing fully well. All I will do is simply go to my bed and take a much needed rest on a grateful world.
What would you say to the listeners as advice if they were going to start up their own country?
Well, make sure you teach your tigers socialism.
That's pretty good, yeah. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye to that. Bye, everyone.